Bafethu Ubongilo from AJBV. Namaste, Beref Ndiyepi Sanbonani. Anyway, guys, what I have here, it's an Acer laptop. That was turning on. No, it wasn't turning on at all. There was no charging light. As you can see, there was nothing, no signal. Guys, this machine was just completely dead, guys. Pressing the power button was just useless. Anyway, I'm gonna take you through the entire step, guide you everything on how to fix a non-working computer, guys. Anyway, I'm back to be on YouTube. I'll always be grateful, guys, and you know that I'm the best, and I love you so much and so much and so much, guys. Anyway, this was a simple fix, a simple, very simple repair. So guys, let me give you some tips. Whenever you are repairing a non-working device, you know the step number one, right? The step number one, it's not a physical inspection, but you have to check your charger, guys. Make sure that you do have the 19 volts or the 20 volts on the charger, guys, depending on the laptop that you are repairing. Sometimes it's possible you might be needing the 12 volts or the 5 volts, but depending on the laptop that you are fixing, guys. But in my case here, this is an Acer laptop, and you know the Acer laptop, most of them, they use the 20 or the 19 volts. It's one of the same thing, guys. Even if I was using an 18 volts charger, this was gonna work perfectly fine, guys, because there's not much difference between the 18, 19, 20 volts. It's almost the same thing, guys. There's not much friction between the differences, guys. It's almost exactly the same thing, guys. Anyway, let's go ahead. Let me show you. This is the board. So what I like to do, physically inspection, which is number 2, and there was nothing in my case. Everything seems to be fine. So I had to use the multimeter on 20 volts DC. There we go. I was checking whether there's 19 volts, and there is 19 volts on the DC in jack, which is coming from the charging port. So I have to turn the machine and check on the other side. You know what to check, right? The first and the second MOSFET, as well as at the current sensor. But before that, I had to trigger the power button. So there I was checking the power button, trying to turn on the device, and this was giving me the light, which was the standby light. But the standby light lasted like a second. It wasn't lasting anymore. So I was very worried because I was getting the power light when I triggered the power button, but that light didn't last a second, guys. So it was worrying me, because it was just blinking with a power on LEDs. So I thought maybe I had to reset the CMOS by removing the CMOS battery, but that alone didn't help, guys. And I was very frustrated. I'm not gonna lie to you, this was very frustrating and very confusing, because remember, it was giving me the power light when I triggered the power button, and that was very confusing, guys. So as always, I normally check the board, calm down, and do a physical inspection, which is very important whenever you are fixing a non-working motherboard. So I have to check around, switch again to the 19 volts. And guys, when I checked the current sensor, it was giving me the 9 volts or the 10 volts. As you can see, giving me the 8. And I was very confused. On the current sensor, I was getting the 8. But on the DC in check, I was getting the 19. On the current sensor, I was getting the 8 volts to 9 volts, sometimes even the 10 volts. And I was very frustrated. So what I did was I switched to a beeping mode, which is the continuity mode. And I did check the current sensor for any short, and there was no short at all. As you can see, it's open line, meaning there's no relationship between the current sensor and the ground. As you can see, my right probe is touching the ground, which is the negative on the USB port, and I wasn't getting any shorts. Even on the 5 volts and the 3 volts right there on those current sensors, I wasn't getting any shorts at all. So I had to switch back, and again I got a short wear on the second MOSFET, 0.1. That was the short, guys. So the second MOSFET was shorted, not to ground, but just shorted alone. So you know what to do whenever you have a shorted MOSFET. So the first thing that you do, we have to find a replacement. And in my case, I was having an N-channel MOSFET. Guys, all of those things, you have to search them online. And I know you're gonna be fine, perfectly fine. Go online, check what is an N-channel MOSFET. They will definitely give you what an explanation, guys. So I'm just doing a short video here. So I was showing my friend there. He just came and he took the board, he checked, but again, there the second MOSFET was what was an N-channel MOSFET. It's easy to find N-channel MOSFET, guys, as compared to a P-channel MOSFET. They don't really use the N-channel MOSFET on the first and the second MOSFET. They normally use what? A P-channel MOSFET, guys. So I had to go and look on my spare board and look for what? And look for an N-channel MOSFET. And guys, I didn't even waste any time. I went through my board and it was easy, like extremely easy to find, guys. I just took any random board and there it was. And I removed what? I removed the N-channel MOSFET, guys. Anyway, if you're still struggling with the repairing of motherboard, I have to tell you this, you have to be serious. You are not serious enough, guys. These things are super simple. Like, they are extremely simple, guys. To fix this thing, guys, I don't know what to say, but these are extremely simple. And there I was, I removed what? The second MOSFET. So I had to confirm by removing it, and I checked it. It was still giving me 002.2 or 0.1, which means it's shorted, guys. So I had to replace it using my hot gun, my heat gun. Whether I heat gun or whether it's hot gun, whether I don't know, but I had to use what I use, guys, which is the heat gun. I call it the heat gun, guys. And yeah, boy, you will see the result. Anyway, guys, don't forget to press the subscribe button, and I promise I will drop more and more of these videos, guys. After replacing the second MOSFET, there I was. The board turned on perfectly fine. Sorry that I didn't show you everything under the microscope, guys. These things are extremely simple, like ABC. Oh, boy.